Hey guys, it's Neselle. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune into this video, and if you are new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. So I am doing a little bit something different with my lighting, so if this lighting is better, if it's brighter, please let me know down below what you think of it. I know some people have been leaving comments that my foundation color does not match my chest, and don't get me wrong, I totally agree with you. When I look back when I'm editing the video and when I actually import it, for some reason, like the translation through the settings on my camera along with the lighting situation, it just doesn't like translate well, so it does look uneven. But I swear to you, everything in real life, in person, looks the exact same, so don't worry about that. So I hope it's not too distracting, but I know some of you guys have been pointing it out recently. So as you can tell by the title, today I have my very first perfume review, and I'm very excited. I am extremely excited because this is something that I am going to be introducing more on my channel. So you guys know I love my Bath & Body Works and Victoria's Secret fragrances, but I also love perfumes. I'm not by any means some sort of like perfume expert. My descriptions are definitely not going to be as in-depth and as thorough as other perfume reviewers on YouTube. This is just kind of like what I think, and my nose is not that sensitive to the point where I can actually pick out and detect each and every single fragrance note that is supposed to be in the fragrance. You know, scent is subjective, which I say this all the time in the comments when I'm talking to you guys, but it's definitely one of the things that I love about fragrances, is that it's so subjective to each individual, and that's why I love it. As you can tell by the title, I'm going to be reviewing Mon Guerlain Perfume from the House of Guerlain. So this is what the bottle looks like. The one that I have here is the full 3.3 fluid ounce bottle, and this is what it looks like. So like I said, I am not an expert in regards to like how the fragrance houses go, whether one is technically a designer or a niche fragrance, so on and so forth. I know Guerlain, there is a little bit of a debate with this specific house because people don't say it's designer, but they also don't say it's niche either, because something with like the history of the company, because now they're into doing cosmetics, kind of like how Clinique has Happy and how Estee Lauder and Shiseido have like their own perfumes, but really they started off in like cosmetics. Guerlain, on the other hand, I think started off as perfumery and then expanded into cosmetics. So categorize the house however you want, but I am just going to be focusing on the fragrance itself. So I came across this perfume through a couple of perfume reviewers on YouTube, one being Jeremy Fragrance, which if you guys are into anything perfumes, you probably are familiar with his channel. He is like the king of perfumery. And then the other woman is Demi Rawling. So I love Demi. Oh my goodness, I've been binge watching her videos nonstop. I highly recommend you guys go check out her channel. She's very in-depth with her descriptions, and I just love her personality. Basically, they both recommended Mon Guerlain. It's a top fragrance. It's Jeremy's #1 fragrance on women. This was ranked as his #1 sexiest woman fragrance. Basically, he said this smells like his ideal wife. So I was just very intrigued. So I went ahead and I picked this up, and this one, so basically what I will say is the two major notes, of course there are more notes in this fragrance, but the major notes that people pick out are lavender and vanilla. So those are like the two main notes that this scent is playing off of. So I wore this a couple of times, like ever since purchasing it. And I will say, like as of right now, I like it, but I don't love it. I don't classify it as my all-new signature perfume fragrance by any means. Don't get me wrong, it is a good fragrance. I'm not saying it's not a good fragrance. I will gravitate towards this a lot, but it's not like my all-time favorite. So basically what I get from this fragrance, when I'm smelling it through the bottle like this, I actually like it better. For some reason. I don't know like why that's the case, but when I smell it like this, I definitely get a sweet vanilla lavender fragrance. It's not a medicinal lavender, it's not an herbal type of lavender, it's definitely not. It's very sweetened out, and this is such a very like overall classy fragrance. It's so classy, it's so feminine, and I feel like that's why a lot of women love this fragrance, because it just smells very feminine and very classy. It's not polarizing and it's not offensive in nature. This is just like what a lot of people consider to be like a timeless perfume scent. This is something that can be worn year-round. It's not specific to being only like worn during the colder seasons or warmer seasons. Like, this is a good year-round fragrance, and honestly it's a good day to night fragrance. You can definitely wear this for a nice date night out. If you want to go for like a casual day running errands, this is also a good perfume to wear. This is good in my eyes because, again, it's very versatile, and I feel like when fragrances are very versatile, you can get a lot of uses out of them. So to me, it's definitely not like you're wasting your money on a fragrance that is very limited, if that makes any sense. I'm gonna spray it on me. I'm wearing Flower Bomb today, so I hope that doesn't like interfere with like how I think this fragrance smells. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray it. So basically, upon first smelling it, like without the dry down, the first impression that I get is definitely the lavender. And again, it's not an herbal or medicinal lavender. It's definitely not like that. I am actually very particular about lavender fragrances. Lavender notes tend to be hit or miss with me because they can lean more on the medicinal side and they give me a headache. Like, I don't like those. But this lavender is very sweet and it's very powdery. Like, there is a powderiness to this scent. And again, I feel like that reinforces the femininity behind it. It's very similar to the powderiness that is in Flower Bomb, I will say that. So now that I'm smelling the dry down, you definitely do get more lavender than you do vanilla. Don't get me wrong, the vanilla is still in there, and at least my nose can pick it out. But I can smell, it's just lavender. It's a powdery, I know Demi described it as like an aromatic vanilla scent, which totally like hits the nail on the head. It's just a very like beautiful fragrance. I'm not sure if there's like a sandalwood scent in here, but my nose is getting something creamy like a sandalwood scent, almost like a warmth to it. And then I believe there's a little bit of tonka bean in here as well. But it's just like, oh my goodness, like this, I can see why Jeremy described this as being like his #1 sexiest fragrance, his ideal wife scent, if you will. This is just very pretty, and again, it's inoffensive. Anyone can wear this. Like, it doesn't have to be somebody who's more mature. Again, it's not limited to a specific time of day or a specific season. This scent is just very versatile in nature. And it is like a really nice fragrance, but I will say also, it's nothing unique. It's not a unique DNA composition. Lavender and vanilla, of course, is a well-known fragrance composition, but this actually captures it really well. I will give it that. But the reason why I feel like I don't like this as much when I'm wearing it, like after it's dried down on my skin, is I feel like the powderiness almost like becomes very strong. It's not giving it like grandma vibes by any means, but it's just like a very prominent powderiness. It's almost like an aromatic, powdery lavender vanilla. Like, I get lavender more so than I do vanilla, but it's a good scent, don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't love it enough to call it like my next new signature perfume. I wouldn't classify this as being like sexy smelling per se. This to me is more pretty smelling. It's soft, it's pretty, it's feminine, it's classy. I will say that the longevity of this fragrance is not that long on my skin. I know on other people I've seen reviews where they say it lasts so long, like 8+ hours. On my skin, this doesn't last that long. I sprayed this on the other night when I went to work, and I work in a hospital setting. So again, it's not too offensive to the point where you can't wear it to work like that if you work in sensitive areas. I wore this to work, and it wasn't like a long hour shift like I normally have. It was only 4 hours. And so I wore it to work, and then as soon as I got home after like 4 or 5 hours, I couldn't really smell it on my skin. So the longevity for me is not really there. I mean, if you're somebody who has standards of like a 4-hour longevity period, then yeah, this would be, to you, this would be a good longevity perfume. But for me, I like fragrances to last at least like 8 hours on my skin, like 6 to 8 hours. 4 hours is kind of like I don't know. But yeah, so that's basically my review on Mon Guerlain. Again, I highly recommend it to you ladies who love the sweet and classy, timeless vanilla lavender type of perfumes. If you like those fragrances, you will definitely love this. Essentially, I honestly feel like you can't really go wrong with blind buying this, because that's exactly what I did. I did not smell this in any stores previously. I just read reviews on it and I just bit the bullet and I just bought it online. And I got like the full-size bottle, so I really committed to it. So basically, I bought it blindly and I'm satisfied with it. I do like it. So I feel like this is a safe scent to blind buy. So that's it, guys. That's my review on Mon Guerlain Perfume by Guerlain. If you guys have smelled this before, definitely let me know what you think of it down below. And if you want me to do more of these individual perfume reviews, definitely let me know, because I definitely want to do this. And I am starting to purchase more perfumes, so you will be seeing a perfume haul sometime in the near future. So stay tuned for that. I love you guys as always. I hope you're all doing well, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Peace.